Today, I'm heading out alone into the beautiful Cambridgeshire countryside.
I'm on my way to meet up with Martin and Amber, who really put Kirsty through the ringer with their renovations, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what's happened since.
On our first visit back in 2018, the bone of contention was this, a 3-bed semi in the leafy village of Waterbeach.
It really does always feel like we're living in a cave in here.
And whilst husband Martin agreed with the issues, there was one aspect he couldn't find fault with.
Waterbeach is really nice, it's a great place to live.
I tried every trick in the book to impress on my property search.
Oh my goodness, that's so cute.
Whilst Kirsty navigated a last-minute change of plan.
It just feels like too much of a risk financially.
And when she ultimately outdid herself,
That was a nice dance.
neither of us could have called the final decision. Now, nearly 3 years on, I'm back for the next instalment in a story that seems to have more twists than these roads. Back in 2018, en route to visit Amber and Martin, Kirsty and I were feeling a little reflective.
Our couple that we're going to see both went to Cambridge.
Yep.
Stephen Hawkins, Stephen Fry, who went to the same school as I did.
Stephen Fry
Yeah.
went to the same school as you did. So
Then, of course, I went on to university. You couldn't get into one, did you?
No, Phil, I didn't try. I wanted to get on and work.
OK. What went wrong?
I didn't want to... Yeah, you may well ask what went wrong. I worked until I met you, and that's when it all went wrong.
20 years on, and she's still with me, though. We're en route to the village of Waterbeach, around 6 miles north of Cambridge, to help Amber and Martin and 3-year-old Milo. They're at an impasse over their 3-bed semi.
We bought this house 11 and a half years ago, and I think we were just drawn to the space initially.
Yeah, we were living in a 1-bedroom terraced house with hardly any space, and we'd just bought an enormous dog, so...
It's a big-sized house, but so too are Amber's list of grievances with it, which could give War and Peace a run for its money.
There's a lot of artexing and things out of the 70s and 80s that we somehow have failed to get rid of and just annoy me on a daily basis.
Enough said, Amber.
No, wait, she's just warming up.
It just feels really higgledy-piggledy. We have a dining room that's in a completely separate part of the house to the kitchen.
Not ideal with a 3-year-old to feed.
More than that. OK.
In fact, the whole layout of the house is dysfunctional. Amber, like half of Britain's workforce right now, works from home at least some of the time. But unlike most, she brings clients in. She runs a women's health and fitness business from a gym they've created in the garage.
If clients are coming to the house, they currently come in through the hallway, through the kitchen, through the garage, minding a couple of steps and a box of recycling and ignoring the mess, and then into the gym. No. I want you to focus on keeping your hips level so we're not twisting. That's perfect, yeah.
But a gym is not all that lurks behind those garage doors.
I've got a room in the house that has, at the moment, 35 tarantulas in it, plus a few true spiders, plus about 300 baby spiders.
I thought we were on about 10.
Busted. Whilst this maze of a house is clearly bugging Amber, for ecologist Martin, the size of it allows him to practice his hobby and passion, spiders. He also loves life in Waterbeach.
The location is such a major part of why I love it here.
There's one incy-wincy problem, though. Amber has had enough of the house.
You cannot make the house pretty from the outside. You cannot detach us from another house, and you cannot gain us a bigger garden. They're just non-negotiables. So, yeah. Good luck with that one.
Well, it doesn't take a genius to realise help is needed.
Oh, well, we've turned up anyway.
Right, turn off the engine, Phil.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Come on into the madhouse.
Into the madhouse, is it? That bad? Well, come on then. Who wants to love? Who wants to list?
I want to list. It is time we moved on from this dark house.
I want to love it because I think we've got tons of space and I can't see how we're going to get the same space in this location for a budget that we can afford.
What do you think is right about this house?
I like the location. You know, we've got a lot of friends locally. When we entertain, they're not far away. Milo's nursery is literally at the end of the road, which is ideal.
How far do you go to get to work?
Oh, 5 minutes drive. One of the major reasons for moving jobs was I used to do a 50-minute and I wanted to spend more time with Milo.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. And your clients come from?
All over Cambridge and out, and all my one-to-one clients I now train here.
So it seems to me that to get more space, you'd have to move further afield, which there's absolutely no point in doing because it could impact your business and it would get you back to square one in terms of the move you made to see more of Milo. Because you have an unusual number of special needs.
Do you win?
Yeah.
There is a danger you'll over-personalise it to yourselves for your
Yeah,
hobbies
of course.
and your business.
Yeah,
Of course.
Exactly.
We did have a buyer and he came in and he went up in the loft and he was like, oh, I'll never convert that, or not
What's
sure.
this? You nearly sold the house.
Yeah, we did. We
sell
had a
it
buyer.
in 4 days.
And then
We didn't get the house we were trying to buy.
Well, that fills me with joy and happiness. Actually, you put this on the market before.
As Amber and Martin have clearly tried and failed to buy in this competitive Cambridgeshire market before, making the most of the square footage they already have is by far the best option.
It's funny, I've got something in my head before I've even seen what the other rooms are like.
You want to swap the kitchen man, don't you?
We have to.
It is bonkers. The main living area is in the centre of the house, which is the darkest point. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
got
it's
to be improved.
daft. I mean, I think your
It's
major
fine,
problem,
that.
Phil, is that the location is so good.
No one has an easy job here today, but I'm still basking in the revelation that they have listed this property once before.
Yes, but they want to stay in Waterbeach and they can't afford it.
It doesn't work as a family setup. You have to go out the
Yeah.
door, round to the other end of the table.
You're seeing this disappear already, aren't you?
Yeah, this is gone. Mentally gone.
Although a simple fix, it's a lot of work to move this kitchen to the other end of the house. And I haven't even got to what lies behind these doors.
Oh, I see. Ah.
Ceiling height is low, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another thing to add to my lengthy list. We set up our cameras to see just how Amber and Martin use their many spaces. Amber spends 30% of her early evening in the kitchen, preparing Milo's dinner before going out to teach a class. Martin then arrives home and spends 80% of his time between the kitchen and putting Milo to bed. When Amber's home, the couple have dinner and then spend the remaining evening in their separate workspaces, which for Martin is the spider cave. It's this space downstairs that I need to focus my 75 grand on.
The hobby room, the animal room,
Fish and spiders.
each to their own. Have you ever had strange pets?
No.
I had a couple of ferrets.
You would have had a couple of ferrets. That doesn't surprise me at all that you had a couple of ferrets.
The spider room, hobby room and gym are an old extension attached to the garage and measure 473 square feet.
If you could sort the access out so her clients aren't come through the main house, I think you'd do well.
I'm struggling to get my head around this, I've got to be honest. You basically got to rebuild this bit. It's going to be tight on the budget.
Yeah.
Another expense for Team Love It, but still less than the staggering 19.5 thousand they would need to fork out in stamp duty and over 9 grand on legal and moving costs. That's nearly £30,000 in all.
Not if the house doesn't work for them, Kirsty. I've got 600 grand and the difficult task of finding a lighter and family-friendly house with space for a gym and spider room.
What are we after?
Things like curb appeal, definitely the kitchen diner. A slightly bigger garden would be nice.
For me, so much of it is about the light. I want a house with flow. And yeah, if I'm being honest, I want a house that looks nicer.
So I'm looking for a 3 to 4 bed, ideally detached house with kitchen diner, good-sized garden, spider room and gym. Add to this their desire to be in Waterbeach, and this is going to be one tricky search.
So Phil has got a furry friend.
Oh, he's off. No, I mean, I think he really is off.
There we are.
We've both got plenty to deal with there.
I think from the chat this morning, we have more on our plates than we realised, and I'm just hoping that she's got an amazing plan to solve all of that.
They've already put the house on the market once, so Amber's won this debate before. She's going to win it again.
So why aren't they in their new house?
Because they didn't manage to buy the one that they wanted.
They couldn't afford what they wanted. Everyone can fantasy shop, and we know you're a great expert at that.
Just over 3.5 years ago, Kirsty and I were called in to help fitness instructor Amber and her ecologist husband Martin resolve the stalemate over their 3-bed semi.
I love the fact that we have this kind of labyrinth extension with all the kind of gym and a fish and tarantula room in it.
The whole layout is really quite dysfunctional. I am done with feeling miserable in my own home.
I have a budget of £75,000 to solve this home's many, many issues.
It's dated, it's cluttered, it's not functioning properly.
And I have £600,000 to woo them away.
I've got to be quietly confident about this one, simply because Martin and Amber have in the past listed their property. So, in theory, if I can find them a good house, surely they'll do it again.
Don't be too smug, Phil. Martin is firmly wedded to Waterbeach. And the reason they didn't move is because it's too expensive for them. Good luck.
So you need space and light.
Yes.
And a better garden than you have.
Better garden.
Yes.
And access for your clients to come to your gym without going through the
Without
house.
having to go through our personal life first.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do.
Yeah, let's
see what we can do.
Begrudgingly, Kirsty is correct, as their budget and lengthy wish list doesn't stretch to Waterbeach. For my first property, I'm taking Amber and Martin 25 minutes east to the picturesque village of Burwell. I think I found a very practical house for their very bespoke needs. But it is pushing Martin on commute 30 to 40 minutes and taking Amber away from her clients.
There we are. So it's a kind of similar vintage to your house, I think.
Yes.
It's just pumped up a little bit.
It's got a few more bits and bobs going on.
So far, so good outside. This 4-bed detached house is on the market for 550 grand, so 50,000 under budget. Inside, there's a separate lounge and a modern open-plan kitchen, solving the family mealtime issues. The double garage would also work perfectly for a gym and spider room. And upstairs, 4 beds and 2 en-suites means ample room for family and an office. Beat that, Kirstles.
Come on in.
Oh.
So massive kitchen.
Lovely, yeah.
Room for everything, spread out.
Loads of space.
Enjoy looking at the garden. Dining, big formal living room. And yet there's still a decent garden.
Yeah. Much bigger garden.
Admittedly, it needs some TLC, but at 50 grand under budget, there is money to play with. Hopefully the layout will sway them.
Come into what was the double garage.
Wow.
Oh. That's a good size for your spiders, eh?
Yeah, it's not a bad size at all.
No.
So that could be a spider room, could it not?
Yes.
Which would leave this and in there
And in there.
for an L-shaped gym. And given that your clients wouldn't have to access it via the house, they can come through the back, through the passageway. Happy days.
I mean, it's detached,
Yes.
but it's not enough better for me to think this is the one.
It's looking good for team, love it.
Shut up.
Just saying.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree.
How'd you get on upstairs? Bedrooms are quite big, aren't they?
We were quite surprised by upstairs, but I think overall we feel that it's got too many of the same cosmetic issues that our current house has.
Let me ask you this. What would you rather? Find a nice, shiny house and adapt it to suit your internal configuration requirements?
Yeah.
Or take a house that isn't all shiny and new, but is laid out in the right way and do the decorative bits?
I'm still a little bit more the former, because I think the feel of this isn't set in my heart, like, in a way that perhaps there's something that would.
So the layout had potential, but no wow factor. But to get that means going even further afield.
Tough luck, Phil. That said, neither of us has an easy job today. For making the layout of this house work is going to be a particularly tricky task for me. Currently, the kitchen and dining area are far too separate for family living. And Amber's clients have to access her gym via the kitchen and the cluttered garage, which is far from ideal.
OK, so here we are.
Oh.
So under my plan, this huge room will become a massive open-plan kitchen, diner and lounge. The kitchen will become a joint office space for Amber and Martin so they can spend more time together. Martin's spider room will be moved into part of the garage space, and Amber's gym will take over the back part of the extension. By creating a bathroom where the old gym was, clients will never need to access the main house, coming directly through the garage.
I like this. This I like.
I think there's something very nice about having this joint study.
I love that. I'd never thought really of moving the gym back.
I worry the numbers are really tight on this one in terms of investment and potential resaleability. So we got in quotes from estate agents to check out the figures.
So the pre-renovation average was 398. The conservative post-work average is 471,000.
Okay.
We got in 3 different valuations to do the job that I wanted done. There were extraordinary difference, but the average was 60,600, including VAT.
Okay.
I would say that it will go to 75 in the end. And then you've got to remember that things crop up.
My big worry with this house is budget, as I know Amber and Martin are anxious to make back whatever they put into the house. That said,
the future-proofing bit is really good.
And the opportunity for us to work together in the same office. Won't that be lovely?
There are no lengths I will not go to prevent people having to move house. Spiders, dogs, babies, I'll fight them all. I'll wrestle people to the floor. I'll remove conservatories. And I will beat Phil.
There's stuff to talk about, but I think we're raring to go.
Yeah, definitely. Exciting.
but despite the excitement for the first time ever, over half a year on, it seems my master plan is in jeopardy.
Builders are very difficult to come by in Cambridge, and of the 8 quotes they've had, all have come in higher than anticipated. Added to which, prices in Cambridge have been dropping, which means they're nervous of over-investing in their current property.
Just before our planning permission was granted, our builder evaporated into thin air.
Yep, after spending just under 4K on architect's plans and 27 weeks meticulously planning every detail, finding a builder for the job became an impossible task.
So we went back out to tender, and then all of those quotes were...
insane.
Yeah. In the space of a few months, all the quotes had literally doubled, in some case 2.5 times the amount. And after redoing our plans to then try and scale everything back to a more affordable amount, even the newest quotes came in still phenomenally over budget. After much agonising and a lot of upset, it feels like we can't really go with Kirsty's plan. It just feels like too much of a risk financially.
It's a tough time for Amber and Martin. But I'm not giving up just yet. There are so many things we can do to improve this house that won't break the bank. I'm already working on a new plan of action to present to them.
But with no work happening at home for now, it's all the more important for me to help them find a solution. To do so, though, I'm having to really push them on area.
You know where we are, Hillgate.
Well, I know we're in Norfolk.
We saw the sign.
Yes.
That
was said with a little bit of a dig there.
Slightly different county.
Yeah.
We are just into Norfolk, you're right.
Yes.
But given conclusions of last time, which was we needed to combine wow factor with practicality, I admit I have had to stretch the boundaries in order to show you something that I genuinely feel does have wow factor and practicalities. You feeling all right about that?
We'll see.
We're travelling 26 miles north to a property on the outskirts of Hillgate, Downham Market. Understandably, Martin is concerned about his commute, which could be up to 50 minutes. But they have to compromise on something, and after their reaction to house number 1, it ain't gonna be aesthetics.
So what do you think of this? It's a conversion of an old dairy.
It looks pretty.
Wowzers.
It's got just under 4 acres.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Does it come with a gardener?
Sadly not, but it does have an incredible open-plan living area. 6 bedrooms, around 4 acres of woods and wild land for nature lover Martin, space for a gym for Amber and a possible spider cave as well. All for the bargain price of offers in excess of 575 grand.
This is the main event.
Wow. Well, yeah, that gets the wow.
That's
Yeah.
all right, isn't it?
I mean, look.
Yeah,
Volume,
this is
space, light.
Stunning. Really
Yes.
light, yeah.
And for ecologist Martin,
The land goes down to the edge of the ploughed field.
Yep.
And along to those trees, includes that wild patch, and there's some woodland.
Love a bit of woodland.
It's very
Dream stuff, isn't it, really?
with everything going on at home, I'm so glad that they're liking this.
Goodness me.
Yeah,
This would be the gym. So all the services are here.
it would.
It needs windows in the doors.
Yeah. Well, could run.
If you had all, you could run classes.
I was going to say then I could do what I've always dreamed of doing, which is run my classes from here. And not have to
and
hire
get
anywhere.
serious numbers of people in.
So,
OK.
yeah.
After such a tough few months, it's great to see Amber and Martin are still so positive. And what's not to love?
More bedroom.
There's more.
Along with the 6 great bedrooms and stunning kitchen, there's a ready-made room for Martin's spiders.
Hello. Let's just take all of these. Oh, bless you.
Oh my goodness, that's so cute.
Really, Phil? Puppies? You're just trying every trick in the book to make them love this house.
So I'm out here enjoying your acreage. Is it worth the commute, hey, Martin?
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing actually. There's a lot of.
There's a lot of a lot.
Yes, I like it.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
Looks like the tables are starting to turn.
Not so fast, mister. I'm working on my second grand plan that will really bowl you over.
I'm back in Cambridgeshire, where in 2018 we were helping to settle a 2-year debate.
I want to list. It is time we moved on from this dark house.
I want to love it.
But soon after finalising their plans, Amber and Martin found the changing market and rising builders' quotes put everything in jeopardy.
It just has felt from the summer, when we were on the cusp of a build,
Yeah.
I just feel like we've had a kick in the teeth, followed by another kick in the teeth.
Even with the problems, Martin still loved the location of their home, so it was him I really needed to convince.
Yes, I like it.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
Mouth-watering food for thought. But I will not be beaten. I've turned up with wine.
Oh, that was quick. Hello.
Hello.
Thought you might be in need.
Always. Can we open it now?
Yes.
Come in.
100%.
Whilst my build may be in doubt, Phil is still going to struggle to beat this location. For Amber's client base, Martin's work, and Milo's nursery.
So this is a first for me. 7 months ago, we went away thinking, oh, that house can be transformed. Why would anybody move? Lovely location, great commute, lovely neighbours, everything else. And 7 months later, we're back. And so, what next?
In light of the fact that we won't be doing the build, we've come to the conclusion that we should do something to make the house more appealing.
It can't hit the real big ticket items that the build would have done, but it might, I think with some tarting up, the light issue could be massively addressed, and that was one of the big things.
Yeah, that's become the first phase.
It could be the first phase of smaller things, maybe.
So my budget has dropped from £75,000 to £7,000. It's not big bucks, but it's still over 3 times the average that most Brits spend a year in their homes on decor and DIY.
I've always wanted someone to spend nothing. And I'd rather it wasn't you two, but it's going to be very interesting to see how much of a difference you can make.
It's definitely a challenge, but with £7,000, you can retile, spruce up a kitchen, cover up Artex. And let's not forget, decluttering costs nothing at all and can have a massive impact on usable space.
I mean, I think the number one thing is obviously the painting of the wall. That is going to be absolutely life-changing.
Yeah, it will.
I would really guard against any colour. I would go the brightest white that you can possibly find.
Okay.
Paint is just part of my new plan. We'll also be rejigging the furniture, maximising the space and use of the room. Removing the dated arches will increase the amount of light in this room, and the kitchen is also going to get a facelift. This is a challenge that so many people face, and I think Amber and Martin are going to be amazed by how far their £7,000 will go.
It's a good effort, Kirsty, but I think it's going to pale in comparison to my final property.
How are things at home? How are you getting on?
I think Team Love It's taken a bit of a beating over the last 7 months.
I mean, we've all
hanging
taken
on
a
by
beating.
one claw.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been really tough.
I think Kirsty is quietly optimistic that where we've got to now with a kind of a moderate spend, like small spend to give some of the rooms a facelift.
Yeah.
Given our location and the convenience of that, it might be a good phase one of a longer process.
Certainly, their location is a lot to contend with, as I am once again having to take them further afield than they'd wish. It's a 45-minute commute to Martin's work, but at least we're back in Cambridgeshire and the village of Maney.
I've got another surprise for you here.
Yeah.
Have you indeed?
Yeah. It's quite a big old house, this one.
It
does look substantial. Yes.
In quite an interesting plot. This is actually the largest development of workplace homes in Europe. All of these houses have a business premises as well. Lots of people working from home, lots of people around during the day for clients.
Exciting.
I'm, very intrigued. Yeah.
Each property has 2 numbers, a business address and a residential one. This particular one is owned by an electrician. The house itself is comprised of a great open-plan living space with a double garage for Martin and 4 good-sized bedrooms. Next door is a huge business space with workshops, studios, kitchen, everything a personal trainer and spider fanatic/musician could ever dream of.
So we've still got a lovely big open kitchen diner.
The last property speaks to my heart a lot more than this does.
Yeah.
I mean, practically, though,
Yes.
this is incredible.
And if they like the practicality, they're going to love the price.
At £475,000.
Oh my God.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It is.
Crazy.
That is crazy, because wow.
Wow.
That's £100,000 cheaper than the barn conversion, with a ready-made business premises as well as a wealth of potential clientele for Amber.
Welcome to your headquarters, Amber.
That's an upgrade, isn't it, from the corner of the dining room?
This is corporate base. There's a lot here. I mean, it's vast.
Yeah,
But obviously, you've got the separate access. People don't need to go in the house. There is the parking for clients.
And there's so much more to explore.
It's just space after space.
2,250 square feet of property for the business alone.
And then, oh, look, little kitchenette. Perfect. Can make drinks for my ladies,
Will they do?
Who knows, Phil, but adding 40 minutes to their commute won't help Team list its chances.
Yeah, it's a very head versus heart. The logical choice would seem to be this one, given that it's all good to go. But there is, I keep thinking about woodland and ponds and 4 acres.
We're excited.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about.
A few more midnight discussions, I think, in our future. But yeah, lots to think about.
And not much time to do it in as decision day fast approaches. Almost 8 months since we first met Amber and Martin, we're back to see the end result. With the financial and logistical turmoil the couple had to cope with, this was far from plain sailing. But as Martin has changed jobs before to be closer to Milo, Kirsty is convinced location will win.
Intrigued to see what you've done with all this cash you had to spend or not.
Phil's feeling cocky, but today's result is far from a foregone conclusion.
Go on, give it some welly.
Hello.
Good to see you. Phil along for the first time.
Come on in.
And hopefully the last viewing, as they'll never want to sell after the transformation.
That was a nice dance.
It's a happy dance, for this once gloomy, cluttered lounge with Artex ceiling has now been brought alive with a lick of paint, a new sofa and some simple replastering.
I don't know what I'm most pleased about. I think probably how great the fireplace looks.
Doesn't it?
Really fantastic. But also what's really good is that a lot of furniture has gone and that which has not gone has been painted. So this space feels much larger, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Just more open and brighter.
Yeah. It really isn't a lot of work that's been done, but it does feel very different, doesn't it?
It feels incredibly different. We said it doesn't feel like our house.
Perhaps because it's now a more defined space, Amber has her own office area and Martin has his music corner.
Oh, and the brick's gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well.
That is a massive improvement.
Yes, yeah.
That's right, in the dining area, the once brown brick wall and dated arches are now gone. And with more paint and replastering and a significant reordering of the room, there's now a feeling of space and brightness.
The ceiling has been completely painted, which makes a...
Plastered up.
Yeah, plastered, painted.
Removing the arches, painting and decorating in this room cost around £2,000, with approximately £3,000 on all its new furnishings. The result, though, is priceless.
I mean, it looks lovely, but the way you're talking, it didn't look that bad to start with, did it? Or did it? OK.
For us, I think one of the biggest improvements is the sense of defined space in here, which was hugely lacking, particularly
this area was
which
kind
was
of
like a laundry
sort of
dog area, my tiny desk.
It does feel very different. I mean, I love how it looks. It looks great, doesn't it? So, I mean, it's definitely something to be proud of.
It really is. They've done an incredible job. And I have to admit, Team Listit is starting to get a little nervous.
Even the once gloomy, cluttered kitchen with dark blue walls has had a revamp. The cabinets have been resprayed and new tiles installed. Simple work, significant difference, all for under 2.5k.
The kitchen does look spotless and really bright.
Yeah,
and
it
fresh.
does. Yeah. One of the things I'm thrilled about what you've decided to do is it does illustrate what I always say is you can do a lot and have a lot of impact with
a much smaller spend.
With a much smaller spend. I mean, we have this is 10% of the original spend, I think.
Yeah.
I have to admit, it's incredible what they've done with £7,000.
But will it be enough of the wow they were after to initiate phase 2 of the build?
Or have I gone the significant distance with my stunning properties?
I think this is a kind of unconventional one, isn't it?
Yes.
Because actually the great build hasn't happened. But equally, what you have done with the amount of money that you've spent looks really good.
The agents who originally valued the house came back to have a look. They said that it was worth, on average, 20 grand more.
Wow.
So given that you spent 7...
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely shocked.
Were any of the things you went to see with Phil more suitable?
Let's just sort of talk them through, because I think you had a lot of challenges here. The barn conversion, it had character, it was wild lands, it had acres, it had a
Such an eye-opener.
gym.
Such an eye-opener.
Yeah.
And then the workplace home, which was 100 grand less. I mean, that was sensational value for money.
Crazy
Modern
value.
house. And it had a separate commercial building in the garden, which was vast.
It was.
Where was that? Just outside Newcastle?
Would you be prepared to drive and change your work? Or actually, has the change here been sufficient for you to fall in love with it again, look at it as a phase 1 and do the big job in time to come now you've got the taste of it?
Martin,
Amber?
are you going to love it?
Or list it?
You go for it.
Me, after much thought, we are going to list it.
Ooh. Really? Excellent.
Hand on heart, you know, I'd still lie in bed and think about that house in Hillgate. Because
Hillgate? Which county was that?
What you showed me was something I'd only ever imagined would be kind of in my head, my dream workspace, which would be to have an entire studio.
Yeah.
And because I'd never thought I'd have that, it sort of made us think, well, would that be worth it? Should we go down that route? Or do we keep within our safe commuter area? We still don't know the answer to that.
I genuinely think it's a great result because actually the money that you spent here has effectively doubled in value and you've listed it, which I was always going to make me happy.
I am beyond amazed at the amount of value it's added. Like, truly, truly surprised. So that's great news, and also amazed with how different it can look.
The properties that Phil showed us were amazing. They're still very exciting, and they're still very much in our minds, and there's still more discussion to be had, really, about that.
Yeah.
Almost 3 years later, and I'm eager to see what they ultimately decided to do.
It's been almost 3 years since Amber and Martin decided to list their 3-bedroom semi. I was obviously super pleased with the result because I felt that my search had gone well and I'd been able to open their eyes to the types of opportunities that would be out there. But today I'm on my way back to find out whether or not they've followed through.
We are going to list it.
In fact, within a week of their house going on the market, it sold for £425,000. But after struggling to find somewhere new, they went down a different route.
Wowzers.
And built their own.
This is incredibly smart and a beautiful, beautiful position for an ecologist to live in.
Hello.
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 Remember me?
Yes. Good to see you.
Good to see you. My goodness me.
We better get you in.
Amber and Martin were always very clear in what they wanted out of their house. By building from scratch, they've thought through every detail. The couple's dream of having an open kitchen living space for the family to spend quality time in has been realised. They've also created 2 offices, 1 home to Martin's spiders, a cosy snug for when the nights draw in, and also a separate gym, so crucially, Amber's clients no longer have to enter her studio through the house. Beautiful results, but getting here has not been easy.
Look at this, it's absolutely stunning. All looks very fresh and lovely. How long have you been in?
We've actually only been in for a couple of months, so lots to do still.
It looks like, I mean, just from outside you can see there's still stuff going on.
Yeah, a little bit.
There is, yeah. Still
What a stunning room.
Yeah, this room is the closest to being done. Just
Okay.
needs a lick of paint that we've sort of focused on here because this is where we spend all our time.
It's the entertaining space.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the view. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
that's what you were after.
It is, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a very calming view.
So after we last saw you, you chose to list it, you put your house on the market, sold it, and you found 4 places that you were happy to, in theory, to buy.
Yes.
Didn't go according to plan. Then came across this. What was your thinking?
It certainly wasn't our plan. We didn't think what we
Yeah.
need is a really challenging build. It just sort of happened, and it was that classic thing that I managed to persuade him to come and view it because it was just round the corner from the old house, and it was a glorious sunny
Perfect day.
spring day, and so it just,
Yeah,
even
it
though
was
it was just a barn filled with somebody's stuff, you just looked out and thought, oh yeah.
So you bought effectively an agricultural barn.
Yes,
Yeah.
with planning permission, so it had permission to convert into a single dwelling.
They bought the 110-year-old barn in August 2019. But once plans were finalised and the build was about to begin, the pandemic hit, bringing with it complications, delays and soaring costs. But they persevered and now have a home perfectly tailored to their needs.
Does what we see today reflect what you had in your mind's eye at the beginning of this whole process?
Absolutely. This space is everything we wanted, and I
Yes.
think was what convinced us, against possibly our better judgment, to go ahead with an entire build from scratch.
In terms of what we wanted, in terms of the way our family was going to live and how we were going to entertain friends and family, this is exactly
This is really
what we had in mind.
For building novices like Amber and Martin, taking on a project like this is no mean feat. But they stuck to it, creating something truly spectacular both downstairs and up. where they have 3 double bedrooms, including Amber and Martin's room, with vaulted ceiling and fantastic picture window.
Oh, well, it's all about the view, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. Fantastic. You see for miles. And great wildlife, I imagine.
Absolutely, yeah. We
Yeah.
get the deer and the hares and the pheasants
owls.
and everything, the owls.
What does Milo make of it?
Oh, he loves it. I think he's a little mini ecologist, actually. He
Yeah.
genuinely, he loves to come up and peer out of the Velux windows in his bedroom and in here and tell us what he can see or what he's heard. He's quite good on his bird life now, isn't he?
Always gives us the update when we see anything exciting in the field. So.
Awesome.
He really loves it.
Awesome. If it wasn't for that kind of view and the access, if you like, to nature and wildlife, you wouldn't have been interested in the house anyway, or the barn.
No, that's it. I mean, that first day we came here and looked out, you know, it was pretty obvious that it was worth fighting for, I guess.
Yeah.
But it sort of melts away all the stress when you look out at the view first thing in the morning, and then you have to leave the bedroom and remember it all. Other than that,
Maybe that's what we're doing wrong. We should just
stay in bed.
Just look out the window
It's
all
safer.
day.
As tempting as that may be, staying in bed isn't an option with Amber running her business from a 20 square metre studio next door.
But this is what you dreamt of, isn't it?
Yes.
It really is.
Can actually do things overhead.
I mean, 2 of the houses that we looked at together both had separate studio
Yeah.
spaces, didn't they?
Yeah.
Did that inspire you?
Yeah, it's that difference of having a separate building and not having to have people come into your family space, your home space, but being right next to the house, so it's ideal.
Yeah, it's a physical and a mental separation for you.
Yeah, it
you can
is.
sort of
Yeah,
park
yeah.
home in there and work through
And
here.
actually, I bet your clients love it as well.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a nice environment.
Completely, it's lovely. I mean, even though it's not quite prettified yet, but
Yeah.
everybody notices the difference from the old space. So
It's more than works.
yeah, it
completely
really does.
nails
It really does, and I can hop straight across back to my office.
So clients can park, they can use a loo, they can train with absolutely no interruption of family life.
So exactly.
it, yeah.
So actually now you're both working from home
All the time.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
But no, it's been really good. It's been great to be able to work at home and spend a bit more time with Amber as a result of that. It's been good for us. So,
But you've got separate spaces in which to do it. It's almost like you designed it that way.
yeah, funny.
I can tell this has been a labour of love, but what they've achieved is incredible.
I really couldn't imagine a house that's more suited to a couple. I mean, they've both got their separate spaces to work from. They're not getting in each other's way. The spiders are clearly happy and multiplying, and it's absolutely spot on. I think it's been pretty hard getting it to this point, but they've hit the jackpot. I've got to say, you should be happy and you should be proud. Once we'd all left and you'd chosen to list it, what was it like living in what was still the 3-bed semi?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was definitely an improvement. I mean, we couldn't sort of recognise the house as being what it was before because it had changed a lot.
So can I tell Kirsty she did good?
Oh,
Yeah,
you absolutely
definitely.
can, yeah. It made a big difference because we kept coming across hurdles and how everything we put an offer on fell through. We were very close to saying, actually, we might just stay because it is nice and we love the village and the house looks good.
It's been really terrific for me to come and see what you ended up with because this is what we were looking for. And if this had been on the market at the time, you would have bought it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
We didn't-
I mean, that's the interesting thing, but you're right.
Never really thought of it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true.
Any plans for the future? Save some money and finish the house?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Save money, finish it off, and then you had a thing that when we moved in, we should put a big sign up that just says, no more projects.
Yeah. Just some nice calligraphy on the landing that just says, no more projects. And then every time Amber comes back into the house, you can just look up and it'll just be a little reminder. Preserve our sanity for a bit.
No more crazy ideas, Amber.
So actually now is perhaps the time to consolidate, to stop, enjoy yourself.
Slow down and enjoy it, yeah.
Let Milo settle in and make it home.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
And take your time. You're not going anywhere. You'll be here for the next 30 years.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely.
Well, you deserve all the luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good to see. My goodness, what a tough time they will have had building a house during a pandemic and all of the extra challenges that brought with it. But They've stuck to their guns, they've held on to their vision, and now they have the house of their dreams. So it is terrific to come and see that eventually it all worked out.
I think the move has been kind of monumental for our family. You know, the whole point of it was to be more closely connected, have the space we need for all the different facets of our life. I mean, I think Kirsty and Phil both realised when they met us that we have particular needs in terms of work and kind of our hobbies and things like that. It's a huge part of, you know, how we live, and to be able to kind of have space for all those things is extremely fortunate.